Okay.
except that it's enormous. By the way, each one of these grid squares is a meter, so this is
Oh
like
yeah.
Godzilla, and we wanted to make one that would like fit in with the rest of the avatar. So I showed this last week. If you're not sure about the size of an avatar, what I always do, just as a quick thing, is I do Shift A and I add a cylinder mesh, and in the options I set its depth to about 1.6, which is like kind of the average avatar height, and then I set the radius to about zero point 0.2. It's about how thick you are, and then I move it up a bit in edit mode with tab, and then I go GZ zero point 0.8, and then I'll put it up to about what an avatar size is. So you can see how big this guy is. He's
Yeah. So we
really
can just
big.
scale
Um,
them down.
so of course you can select it and scale it. And now that the pivot is down there, that is a little simpler.
Hmm.
But it's actually kind of a problem when you do that because your scale is now going to be at a strange number and you'd have to reset it. So what I do is I do that in edit mode. I go
Right.
to tab, hit A to select everything, and then I go to scale. Now it's not scaling down at the bottom there because when you scale the verts, it doesn't respect that. So you have to change your pivot thing up here to 3D cursor.
And your
Um,
3D cursor is still at the origin, so it's
yeah, I
still
mean,
being
there's other
scaled down.
ones you can pick, like the
Hmm.
active element, blah, 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 but I'm just going to do that, and now he'll go down. Now, the weird thing about this guy is he's so round. I mean, he's so, like, wide.
Hmm.
So if I made him the height of a normal avatar, he might look really, really thick compared to other people, and that might be cool.
I mean,
Yeah,
he's a thick boy. It's fine.
it's true. It's true. But you could also play around with size and say like, well, maybe I'll make him smaller, but he'll like float in
Hmm.
the air or whatever. Um,
Yeah, the only thing I would want to consider here is like if you're making this for use with VR headsets, the person's actual height is going to affect where the head is, and so if you make it too small, they're going to be kind of floating above the ground. If you make it too short or too tall, they're going to be like through the ground, depending on the person's actual height. Um, so we don't have any way right now to like scale the avatars to the user's real height or anything like that. So you kind of need to pick avatars that are around your real height if you're going to use them in VR. If you're using them in 2D mode or with a not a VR headset, then they're always going to snap to I think the 1.7 meters there. So um,
exactly. Yeah, I think and the other thing is too. I mean, you can use creative license. Like if you decided, oh, I actually want to scale him, but like
mhm.
I want him skinny or like you could do that. I really like the design of this, so I'm going to leave it
Yeah,
as is, and
I think
I
that's
think
cool.
that'll be fine. Now that I have a sense of his scale and everything. By the way, if you did not scale it that way, if you just scaled it using scale and not in edit mode, um, that's okay too. Like maybe I'll scale him a little bit
Yeah,
more.
it'll work. I think it's definitely better if you apply it to the vertices directly,
Yeah,
so
but
that the object has a flat scale.
what I was going to say to reset this scale, all you have to do is select it and hit Control A, and then
That'll apply it to the
apply. You
vertices.
can say apply scale or all transforms or whatever. I'm going to hit scale. Boom. Another thing to be aware of is that when you create an avatar, um, and Blender is a Z up app, so the Z direction is up and down. You want to make sure that your avatar is facing like if you're staring at your avatar from the front like this, like looking at your avatar, then the Y direction, the positive Y direction, should be going away from you. In other words, the
Mm.
avatar should be looking down the negative Y axis, and you can see that up here. Um, Positive is the one with the line, and the negative one is
So
the one with
is
just
there
a
a
dot.
view you can view from to like confirm that? Like you can
I mean, this
Blender has
helper up
the
top
front
here
view or whatever.
tells
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
but I mean, you can always just hit the negative Y thing, and he should be facing you.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was
Otherwise,
asking.
he's going to be like that way or something. So,
Right. So if you hit negative Y, that'll confirm that
mm-hmm,
it's
just
facing the right
like
direction.
click on it, and then you're in orthographic view, and you can always just